Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the ridiculous prices of vans in 2022 and figuring out whether now is a good time to buy a van to convert to a camper or if we should wait a little bit longer. So between 2019 and 2021, the price of a 2 to 5 year old second-hand van actually increased by 70%, which is clearly bonkers. And the average cost of even older models almost doubled. I mean, this is just crazy increases. But why did prices go up? Well, there's a few reasons. Reason number one, production issues due to COVID. Parts weren't getting made, they weren't getting transported, there weren't people in the factories to put them all together, so there were a lot fewer vans being made and put on the market in 2020 than there normally would be. Reason number two, lots of people became delivery drivers because this was suddenly a very lucrative business, especially if you lost your job because of COVID. The shops were closed because of lockdown, we all started ordering stuff online, and obviously that needs to be delivered. So large vans in particular got snapped up and taken off the market, and vans that would ordinarily have been scrapped without question were now being sold for £3,000. Reason number three, everybody wants a camper van now. The Instagram effect has meant a massive increase in the number of vans being bought for van conversions. Add on to that the fact that we couldn't go abroad on holidays, lots of places in the UK for holidays were either closed or fully booked, or people just didn't want to mingle with others and get COVID on their holidays. They wanted the privacy of their own portable little van to go away on little trips on. So that's where the prices all went up. What has to happen in order for them to come down again? Well, it's pretty much the opposite, right? There has to be an increased supply and decreased demand. Now, production has improved. There are now more vehicles being made than there were in 2020, but there's still that knock-on effect from before, and there are new risks involved now because of everything going on with Russia. Russia, I believe, are one of the world's largest exporters of palladium. Palladium is a required material to make catalytic converters. Every vehicle that we make requires one of those, and if we're not buying from Russia, we're not buying these things, there's going to be production issues again, and we're going to be back to where we started and possibly see prices go up even more than they already are now. Let's not think about that. And has demand decreased? Well, no, not really. All of the same companies that required a van before the pandemic still do. All of the delivery drivers are still delivering stuff because we've all realised that we can buy stuff online and it's much more convenient, and we're just kind of moving to that way as a society. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. We can now go on holiday abroad, and maybe the camper van movement is, losing popularity, but I don't see that it is. I see loads of people still wanting to do this because it's become a fashion thing, if anything. So even if demand does drop, I can't see it drop into anything like what it was back in 2019, because why would it? If you're ready to buy a van, don't wait. Maybe the market will drop a little in the next year or two, but the quality of vans actually going back into the market are going to change. Here's how companies that have large fleets of vans work. They buy a whole bunch of vans brand new from the manufacturer to whatever specifications that suits their business. They keep them for about 3 years, and then they tend to sell them all off and buy a whole new fleet. So those 3-year-old vans all get put onto the second-hand market, and then people like you and I buy them for van conversions because we can't afford a brand new vehicle. But if you were a large business with a fleet and you wanted to renew your fleet in 2020 and you couldn't because of manufacturing issues, you held on to that a bit longer. And this is where the knock-on effect comes into play. All these vehicles that would ordinarily have gone onto the market didn't. The ones that are coming onto the market now are older than they normally would be when they did. So the whole quality and the quantity of that quality of vehicles that is flooding the second-hand market, or not flooding it as the case may be, has changed, and that's going to happen for a few years to come yet. I don't think it's going to go back to what it was before. This is the new price. We pay it or we don't. That's it, really. But if somebody tells you how they only paid £5,000 for their van and it's a great little van and you don't have to spend any more than that for your van either, if they bought that vehicle before the pandemic, please remind them that that vehicle or the same age and mileage to buy now would actually cost £9,500. So don't rub it in. But at the end of the day, I don't work in the van sales industry. This is just what I think and what I've learnt from the research that I've done online. If you have any insider tips, please leave them in the comments. If you just have some thoughts of your own on the subject, leave them in the comments too. That's where I think we are. If you're ready to buy, just go ahead and go look for the right van for you. I'm going to look to do some videos soon about buying vans, what to look for, what it's like to insure them, that kind of thing. So stay tuned, subscribe if you like the videos, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, bye!